Hello, just a warning, this game can get into some uh, delicate content, let's say, when your clients start getting drunk and start talking about various things. So, keep that in mind. I don't want to say too much in the warning. There's some sexual content, at least so far in the first couple of clients I've had. Nothing on the screen, of course, just random discussion of things that they've experienced, and it's overall fairly mild, but it's kind of, some people might take it as shocking. So here's the warning. And I've been told many times that my threshold for what I consider shocking is pretty mild. But anyway, talk to you later. Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, and we're talking with Alma, who I don't think realizes she's hitting on Jill. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Hello, Dorothy. Oh, were you two hanging at the back of this bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet, no alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine? But I like you! Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Let's see. Optional. Okay. Also optional. Also optional. I know she likes blue fairies. That's alcoholic, no. That's also alcoholic. That is... yeah. Okay. So, it's one of these three. Sweet, soft, blue fairy. It's going to be a blue fairy. So we're going to give her a big blue fairy. Here, like you asked. See? You don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lords. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine, he's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely. And my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep, why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? Full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First, I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks, go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. And then when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me, but the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff? What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Oh my, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Eh? Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah? Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny little are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey, Dorothy, do you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather and to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. No, that's not what persona non grata means. I can't remember the exact translation, and it's obviously very deliberate to make this guy sound like a jerk. But persona non grata means you're not welcome. Person not welcome. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. Okay, let's get up to 20, right? Yeah. So that's 10. That's 10. That is 7. That is 10. That is normally 5 with optional. That is 10. 10. 6 optional. 5 optional. 10. 4. 10. 6 optional. 13. 10. 10. 18. Dang it, so close. Another 18. 10. 3 optional. 3 optional. 4 optional. 10. 20. Let's find something with optional. We're going to try a thing here. Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Beautiful. And what brings you here, mister? I'm Armando Virgilio Armando. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. That's not how politeness works. Can I punch this guy? Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls, the golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. That's the wrong hall. That's the wrong Asgardian hall. To be honest. You want Freya's hall, not, which is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's not Valhalla. Valhalla is Odin's. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No. You're talking to me. You're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. Lions kill their own. Wolves kill their own. Apes kill their own. I don't... Meerkats have full-scale wars. Oh, pretentious. Me, please let me punch this guy. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah? Then give me an example, non-zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. If memory serves, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Pfft, takes over a pride? You can't take over a pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No. And Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. Oh my god, you're a know-nothing. The group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens and periodic and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us, eh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number's the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. Plum floating perfume in a... Son of a bitch. Oh. Okay. Here. Huh. You didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real when we are not in fact in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. Yes, please, Jill, do it. I don't care about any of that. Actually, this reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. Did you forget your red hat outside the door? You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. No, it doesn't. It's Spanish. And it's a kind of pepper. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a second. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue, using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Kanto on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. 4 is your cat. Wait, what? Today's payment $873. How did I get $873? No mistakes, 30% commission, lots of tips. Sleep tight, I'll protect you. 17 minutes. Going to save on day 6. It's now safe to keep playing. Rise and shine. Ugh, good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends. Any other day? How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they're petrified somehow. They make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot, so not only are White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here? I sure hope so. Are we going to work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take Sunday off. Oh, all right. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. Okay, home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. I'm guessing this is supposed to reference Metal Gear Solid, but I never played those games. I have vague memories of the first one back with the older Nintendo systems. You know, the 2D scroller one? The one that was a stealth because apparently they had limits to how many icons they could have on the screen at a time. So they made it a stealth. They made it like the first stealth mechanics. Oh well. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. 2 more beer? I was going to say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. I don't know that reference, but I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix? Oh right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped? I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Hello, 4. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. Ah, I see. Wait, what? Good old Bosco kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent? Or actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago? You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly, let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things, and me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really, it's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me about missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head, dozing off, knowing they are there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing, nothing. Now please give that to me. Oh, all right. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Okay. Damn, you have lots of beer. I should have bought beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts in a point card and I can use every time I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. Besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA, this one is more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what's the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutrigenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the mating kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And this one made with it? Let's see, yep, here it is, near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They needed it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that ball of rum around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? No, really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Don't know. What with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in your case, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprised me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an open spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. Guess it's like if someone gave you, don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. Different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, and not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain Gil was in the Hong Kong riots. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. It's always like that. When I think I have a clue to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave him the drinks for free. After a couple, he broke down crying. I don't know what he did, but he was really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him for what he did as an employee. Aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always keep an eye on him. Besides, after the whole robber thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name, Alma? I was going to say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know? I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl, says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love, her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Let them get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them? Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and dolls like calling them fake? Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julian, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls, the costumes, to the lunch boxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. And I'm 32 minutes over. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is a problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. And I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to pause in the middle of this conversation. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age. Anyway, I'm going to go to the next video. Damn it. I should have held off a bit. See you in a moment.